So if you skip to the end, this is my tier list. I explain why. If you want to watch the video and get the explanations why, watch the video. But if you don't want to watch a video and you just want to go do it, just go play English or HRE. There you go. That's the simplest explanation, but you should definitely watch a video why. And then you need to watch a build order as well. Okay, so with HRE, we're beginners, we're gold, we start very slowly. You click on your TC, you build a villager. You take these 3, you put them on food. You take these 3, you put them on gold. One of them builds a house, goes to gold, and there you go. This mother fluffer, he's standing right here, but before we talk about him, make sure that you rally your TC onto food, so that your villagers don't pop out on the other side. They need to be rallied to food. What this scout is going to do is he's going to run around, get sheep as we do. Send 2 of these sheep back. It's a little bit greedy. And then you have this man here, the prelate. Now the prelate, I keep mine to number 1. This guy is inspiring these boys. He's inspiring the boys to get resources faster. And you can see I put my new villagers on food. So once he's inspired all of these guys, they're all very inspired right now, working really hard. They have this yellow border over them. You move them over the gold. And you're like, hey brother, tell these brothers to work harder as well. So as you can see, Fred here, this is a German civilization, so Gunther is working really hard to inspire the villagers. So he's making sure that they're all yellow, and the moment they have that yellow light, we move them back to food. And he can just stand here over food and live his best life. You can see, again, we have 7-3. Like every civilization, that is fine. There are more optimized amounts, but because you're new at the game, you're probably going to play more than one civilization. You're going to click them. Just get used to 7-3. If you're used to 7-3, things are going to get a lot easier. Okay, so once I get 7-3, I usually rally my next villager onto wood. Again, you want to make sure all of these guys are inspired. And you need to make sure you have enough food at your base. So if you have those 2 extra sheep, that's great. You need at least 5 sheep, with HRE especially, to get to the age. Now you see this guy again? He's inspiring, but all those guys are highlighted, so you move him back. You move him back, and you go inspire the guys at the gold. You can just stand them there. You don't need to click on the villagers. You can, but you can just leave them standing there, so it's not that urgent. So, what your focus is, the moment you have enough food, you are now going to take your villagers and put down an arcane chapel. Now, is this arcane chapel perfect? No, it's not. It's not perfect at all. Why did I put it there? Because it's easy. So, what does the arcane chapel do, you guys ask? Let's quickly go see. So, arcane chapel inspires units in a large radius so long as a prelate is garrisoned. So this inspiration boy, he's going to go inside this building. And he's going to go inspire all the villagers. All the villagers around him, they're going to feel inspired. They're going to want to work hard. They're going to do shit. That's what you want to get. These boys, I'm just going to start getting food from the other side, because this thing has a radius. So while this guy's upgrading, you're going to send, again, make sure your scout is running. If your scout stands still, you make a big mistake. But for beginners, you do the 7-3, and then you rally the rest onto there. Now what I'm going to start doing is rallying a few more on gold or food, depending on what I'm going to do with my resources. But again, we're talking about the mindset here. So you need to ask yourself, I am getting resources, but why am I getting it? You always need to have a reason. I have 211 wood right now. Why do I have this? Well, because I'm not going to go to DC. I was about to go to DC, never mind. Because I want to make military buildings. So, I'm going to take one of these guys, and I'm going to start making barracks. So, whenever you get a resource, it has to be for a reason. You can't just do it because you feel like it. You have to have a reason for it. So, I am going for a barracks. And I'm not just going for one, because HRE is an easy civilization, and we're playing it like an easy civilization. And what makes HRE so nice and easy is the fact that you can just do the unthinkable. You can make things from one military building, from a barracks. So, I got a few more sheep, but I don't need to go home yet, because I have enough here. The moment you age up, you put this guy who inspires people, put him inside, and you can see the moment he's inside, there is a range. Now, all these villages have that yellow light around them. And that yellow light means they're all working a lot faster. So, right now, what you always need to do is produce. In this game, if you spend your resources, you win. So, you can see my barracks is producing. I'm putting a second barracks down because I can. So I'm getting my barracks, both barracks, and I'm producing. And now, what I'm doing with my villages, I have 8 on food, 5 on gold. It's not the perfect amount, but when you're playing and you're new at the game, you're not going to get the perfect amount. You're going to get a bunch and you're going to see, can I spend my resources? If I can spend my resources, great. If I need more of one resource, then rally onto that one. So, I want to make sure I can produce from both of these. Okay. Now, when you have too much wood as HRE, what do? You take the villager, build a farm. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build farms around this thing. But you also want to make sure that your enemy is not coming to you, because HRE takes a lot of damage very quickly. So, again, I see, ooh, I have a lot of wood. I'm not doing anything with it. Let me build a farm. Building a farm, great. I have too much on gold, I can't spend this. I'm just gonna start rallying them there. If you have too much gold, you've already made a mistake, and that's okay. Now, what you do with extra gold is get upgrades. I get an upgrade there. I get an upgrade here. Nothing here, I can get this upgrade too. I can get upgrades. If I'm producing units, and I have extra gold, just get more upgrades. So now you can see, I have these chunky boys. And this is what makes HRE an easy civilization. These guys. Now with HRE, you have 2 choices. You can either go fast castle, so you just get a lot of resources and you go for the next age. Or you can go and attack now. Now, for the sake of new players, I am going to stop production of military. And I'm going to go for castle. Because again, at low ranks, this is perfectly fine. You'd be able to go for castle without being punished most of the time. Oh, actually, let's keep going onward. So I'm just going to let my resources go up by themselves. I'm going to keep an eye on them. And the moment I have enough resources, I'm going to go to Castle Age. So with HRE, the easy way to win is by going Burgrave. It's not the best way to win. It's not the most optimal thing to use. But Burgrave makes your units really, really fast. And if you go for Burgrave, you wouldn't even need these 2. So the reason I get barracks this early is purely because I want to make units to go harass. But because we're pretending to be low ranked, we are going to do the opposite. We're just going to sit in our base and be a little bit useless. Because sometimes when you try a new game, you're pretty useless, right? You're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is, in this age, just run around, see what your opponent is doing. Try to understand. If your opponent is making a lot of units, you can't not make any units. You have to make units. So what this guy is doing now, I'm going to go check what he's up to. And again, the build is not perfect. And that's okay. I'm going to get this building too. This building is your blacksmith. You can see he's sending his villagers here. Let's go see why. What way are they going? They run away from the scout. They're like, oh, I don't want you to see what I'm doing. But let me go see what he's up to. And now your resources are becoming a lot. But you see you have too much wood. You can build more farms. Or you make more barracks. I see, oh, his villagers are here. And if you start feeling more comfortable, ooh, you can go and harass. Now what we're going to do is, just going to be patient. I'm going to get, I see I have too much gold. And we only need 600 gold for the upgrade. Okay, so what do? I get upgrades. Z. Because this civilization does really well with the Z upgrade. Oh. Don't lose your scout. Run away with it. I should have put more on food. And that's okay. Every game you're going to see, every game you're going to play, you're going to see, oh, I needed a little bit more of this. I needed a little bit more of that. That's part of the game. That's how you learn. So even if you make too much of something, that's all right. Again, I see I have too much of this. So the next thing I'm going to do is get this one, because it makes their swords hit harder. So let's just wait for it ourselves to have enough. And I see, oh, I could get this upgrade. This is the food upgrade. And finally, it is almost time to age up. So, almost time. Come on, guys. Deliver your food. Come on, boys. Deliver food. I say this and it takes forever. Okay. Now, I'm getting my villagers ready for the age up. I'm gonna go and I'm getting my Burgrave. Don't do this that early. You usually just do this the moment you're ready. But, you know, when in Rome, baby. Getting Burgrave. And these guys, when they're done, shift-click them over here. So, again, the reason we're going Burgrave is because we want to have an easy win. And Burgrave is usually a very, very easy thing to use. Oh. 5. 6. I'm key binding them separately. But now, the thing is, I have all these barracks, and I can't really do anything with all of them. And this is where you know you made a small mistake. You're like, oh, I don't have enough economy for this. And that's okay. Everybody doesn't have enough economy for a lot of these things. So when you notice that, you again just re-rally onto the resource that you need. I can see I'm gonna need food. If I want to push, I'm gonna need food. But you see these chunky boys? They don't take much damage. So, the moment you age up, you want to be ready. You're gonna go and get your upgrades. So, I go in here. Ooh! I get my upgrade. I get my upgrade. My upgrade, my upgrade. I just get all my upgrades. And now, even though he's in my base, because this is a beginner civilization, you don't care. You're just gonna go straight for his face. Look at these guys. And when you have the gold, get upgrades. Instantly, they run away. And because this civilization is so strong, this thing gets the upgrades a little bit quicker too. So these guys, we're just gonna use them. We're gonna get all our units together and we're gonna attack. And the moment I can afford it, every time, I just get a farm. Just get a farm every single time. Okay, but you want to make sure your farms are in range of this thing. So this is not a good farm. This house is in the way. You don't want to block it with buildings. This thing is in the way. So whenever you build something, you want to make sure that they are not in the way of something else. So, let's go. Beginner-friendly civ, you can just go straight for him. These things break right through him. Because your upgrades are through, you win. So, that's the HRE mindset. You just make units and you go. Run, 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 run. Look at these guys. I'm just A-moving. I'm gonna move my scout back, but you can see these guys don't give a damn. They're just attacking. Absolutely not doing anything. Nothing is killing them. And that's why this civ is very good for beginners. Because once you have units, they don't die. They just live forever. I'm just gonna A-move all my army to the back of his base. And now they're gonna run right through. The spearmen were just for the horses, but I didn't even need them. I could have just left it as is. Yeah. This is also a bad house. When you start to finish with these, you can deliver them or do it that way. Make more farms. You can see all my units. You can leave your hand now. You can remove your hands. That's HRE. Once the units are out, they don't die. They're infinite. They just live forever. And they will never give up. Look at that. Just keep making units. If you see you need more gold, like I can see I do, let me get more gold. And again, this is what you have to ask yourself constantly. Do I have enough of this resource? Do I need of that resource? Beginner civilizations. Just like that. Okay. So, that's basically it, guys. My build order was definitely not my focus here. My focus is making sure that you read the game. Right now, I'm reading my game. I have too much wood. I'm not doing anything with my wood. I should probably get a monastery. I could get one of these. I could go for more food. And let's go make more units. Keep making units. If you make more units, look at those guys. This TC has been shooting at them for like 20 minutes. They don't give a damn. They're just running around killing everything. See that? They don't die. Click on the TC. Go kill him. It doesn't take much. I've seen AV4 World Burgrave and Images. Oh, yeah. Only fast infantry. It doesn't get faster upgrades? Oh, that's awkward. Yeah. Don't get pop capped like me. That's not a good sign. You can just see. Nothing he can do can stop this.